What up, Rockford? It's your boy Manny Salgado, aka El Mero Mero Tamalero. Most of you guys know me as Manuel Salgado, the president of Masa, the founder of Tamale Fest of Rockford. You can find me at Manny's Mexican Minute on Facebook, pretty soon on YouTube, Instagram, Manny's Mexican Minute, Tamale Fest 815. You can find me. I'm easy to find on social media. I'm probably out there a little too much, but shout out to my man here for inviting me on the show. I appreciate you reaching out, bro. I'm glad to be here, and let's get this on the show on the road.
Thank you so much, man. I definitely love the intro, man. The energy is amazing, man.
Thank you, bro.
So much.
Appreciate it, man.
No, thank you and your beautiful wife, man, for really
The managers in the house, she's behind the scenes doing her thing.
for making this happen.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, man, I definitely want to have you on. Like I said, man, the man that's trying to bring the community together with food, it definitely sounds like an amazing and honorable title, man. So, I I want to have you on to just talk about it, man. Talk about it, let people know, what's it about, what they're missing if they haven't gone.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gone to
Tamale Fest?
Oh, okay. So yeah, Tamale Fest is just a small little thing of what we do, because a lot of people didn't even know about Tamale Fest. It's kind of been like that sleeper event where if you know, you know, and if you don't know, you just kind of pass by it on State Street. But a lot of my followers are on the Rockford and State Line Foodie group, and I think that's where like the whole bringing people together through food is. I just noticed that during COVID, there wasn't anybody helping these local restaurants, and so a lot of people don't know this. Some people do, but me and my wife, we started Majestic Media about 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's our marketing firm. We do everything from graphic design to logos, social media content, just anything and everything, right? A small business can need.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, during COVID, bro, like a lot of restaurants, they call me first, like, Manny, we can't afford to keep staff on, so we definitely can't afford to keep paying you to market us. We're going to have to stop this account, or you're going to have to put this account on pause or whatever. And then the second thing that happened is that a lot of Latinos that, in the restaurant industry, our Latinos are the ones, the workhorse.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of illegals, or sorry, I can't say illegals, a lot of undocumented immigrants working in the kitchens. So our organization, Masa, is our nonprofit. We started getting calls like, hey, what do I do? I don't have a green card. Can I still get unemployment? I don't have a social security. Can I get unemployment? So I was like, man, where do you work? And then we started asking, where do you work? Where do you work? And I started calling the restaurant owners like, hey, is there anything we can do to help you keep this, keep Pablo on staff?
Yeah.
Can we help Jose out here? Like, what can we do to keep him on staff? He's not going to be eligible for unemployment. So that's where the Rockford and State Line Foodie Group started. It was just a way that a lot of restaurants that were my clients, and even the restaurants that weren't my clients, could reach out and say, hey, can you advertise for us? Hey, can you let people know we're open these hours? Hey, we're doing drive-through only, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we reached, I think, 6,000 members in less than 3 months, 4 months.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And it was COVID. I wasn't going anywhere. I wasn't doing it a lot. I had a really bad health scare in 2020 also. Pa' acabar la chingar. Like, my thyroid was messed up, and I lost, thankfully, I lost about 100 pounds without even trying. I thought I had cancer. I thought I had all these things. So I wasn't leaving the house, bro.
Okay,
so I was just on social media, and I was talking to the clients that I did have that had to cancel my services, and then other restaurants that never even heard of me. And here I am, promoting them and everything. So a lot of good came out of it by keeping the clients that had to put my services on pause.
Yeah.
I kept them happy, and of course they came back afterwards when things got better. And then the rest that never heard of me before, they were like, "Man, what's your deal? Why are you doing this for free?" And blah, blah. So, and of course we kept a lot of cooks working. And unfortunately, we did lose a lot of cooks to other industries, to fabricas, to the machining industry or whatever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but that's where the whole keeping the community through food together thing came from. Tamale Fest was a whole nother deal. I mean, Tamale Fest originated as a way. It was a celebration of life. So I lost my mom to cancer in 2004 or 2014, and a year later, my family was talking about doing a rosary at her grave.
Mm.
And in my opinion, I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, I don't want to be at the fucking cemetery crying for my mom that day, you know.
Okay.
And so shout out to Saul over at the Victory. We were doing events together. We were doing bailes, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I used to bring in bailes and have concerts, and we did that for a while, and we were helping him, and we were there like 2.5 years, something like that. And shout out to my wife, she's right here. She helped me paint the inside of the Victory, man.
Yeah, shout outs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's my rock, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So anyway, um, we had a concert cancel at the Victory,
Okay.
and they gave us a heads up, like the big band that was coming. That never used to happen, bro. They used to cancel the day of, and we had already sold like four or five, $6,000 in pre-sale tickets.
Folks, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and like, and we had nothing to do with it. We were just the promoters or the Victory. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people always blame the Victory, but in reality, it wasn't the Victory, bro. It was like we would piggyback off of Chicago events, right? Like, let's say La Arrolladora, they were in Chicago that day at 9, right?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, well, we'll go on stage at 10, and we'll be at your place by 12 or by 1 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
And then they would drink the entire time. The moment they left over there,
Yeah.
they drink until they got to Rockford, thinking they were going to be cool, and then they were too drunk to get on stage.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
shit used
yeah.
to happen a lot. So, but this time the band actually called. And they're like, "Yo, we're not going to be able to make it." And they give us like 3 weeks in advance notice, and we're thankful. We're like, man,
Okay.
but Saul was like, man, Manuel, you can do whatever you want that day. And I was like, you sure? And he's like, yeah, I won't even charge you. Like, whatever you want to do that day, you can have the day. And I was like, man, I have an idea.
Yeah.
And he was like, what's that? And I was like, I don't know. Let me think. Let me look at. Let me think about it. And I basically just came home, talked to my wife. I was like, man, what if I put everything my mom loved together in one event, and
Mm.
and and it just be, for my family if they come, if they don't, whatever, But it would just. I just want to have shit that my mom liked. Ballet folklorico, danza azteca, los chinelos. She was a big fan of the arts. She was, our culture. She missed Mexico so much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, but she was also one of the first, if not the first, tamale lady in Rockford. She used to work at Maria's restaurant over on the south side,
Yeah, yeah.
and she was selling tamales out the back door.
Oh.
And and they talked about her in the newspaper. It wasn't even the Rockford Register at that time. It was like some BS newspaper, like kind of like the Rock River Times or something like that,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And that was like in if not the early 70s, or no, it was the early 80s because I was born in 81. So anyway, so she had a dream of like opening up her own restaurant, and we would be like, nah, mata loca, ma, like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And one day she told me, she's like, I want to do a restaurant, but nothing but tamales. Like, nah, that would never work. So within 6, 7 months of her dying, they opened up the tamaleria in Chicago on 18th Street, and that's where we're from, 18th and Blue Island.
Mm.
And we went by there, and it was this white guy named Brian, I think. He opened up Dia de los Tamales, and they were shitty, bro.
Oh, really?
And I was like, man. So when we were thinking about doing this event, I was like, what if I could help some ladies just sell some tamales that day?
Hmm.
So we called it Tamale Fest, Festival
Oh.
del Tamal. Nobody really knew. A picture of my mom was in the corner. I had a sugar skull right there, which a lot of people don't know that signifies a lost loved one.
Yeah.
So I had the sugar skulls in the skull in the side of the stage, and my mom's picture in the corner. And I really didn't talk about it because it grew. In 17 days, bro, we put together 16 tamaleras. Oh, no, no. It was nine or 12
Yeah.
tamaleras, and it was like 20 vendors.
Okay.
Um, I could probably name all of them. Even Isaac, shout out to Isaac, flying Isaac's flying tattoos. He showed up. He showed up with a ramfla with a lowrider outside. So it was super small compared to what it grow into, you know.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a nonprofit or anything like that, but because of that, you know, I got more and more involved. And I didn't like what I was doing. I didn't like that I was just promoting concerts and bailes. Like there's no substance to that. There's money, but every time it was a gamble,
Okay.
and I didn't like what was happening with that, so I stopped doing that.
Mm.
Um, but it's been able to help me so much with what I'm doing. So long story short, Tamale Fest now is our fundraiser for our nonprofit. We have a nonprofit called MASA, Mexico Americano Saliendo Adelante. Originated just as a youth group to try and change some kids' lives and get them out of gangs and not necessarily gangs because our first crew of kids, man, shout out to them kids. Hopefully you guys are watching. None of them were really bad.
Okay.
They weren't really bad, but throughout the years we've helped out some kids that were doing some bad stuff
Mm.
and hanging around with the wrong crowd or whatever. Even full blown adults, you know. I've been in the joint before, so I know how hard it is to get out and not be able to find a job and stuff like that. And then it just kind of evolved because kids were like, man, my mom wants to know if you can help her translate this. My dad wants to know if you can help him with his business. My brother wants to know if he should start this food truck and blah blah. So I'm happy to report as of right now we've helped start 26 businesses. We've helped start numerous food trucks. Everything from Mexican to barbecue to Puerto Rican. Christina just had a baby. Shout out Christina. Christina Perez from Wepa Food Truck.
Okay.
Just got off the phone with her right now. Leslie's Ice Cream Shop over here
Yeah, yeah, I've been there.
on Broadway.
Yeah, yeah, Broadway.
So they had the Broadway one and they needed another location, so we helped them start Leslie's Ice Cream Shop. Have you been there on Rural?
Bruno.
Beautiful place, bro. Completely different than the one on Broadway.
Okay.
I'm happy to report that I designed most of the place. I mean, he does his ice cream. Ice cream is phenomenal. But we donated the floor. I wanted to look like a mangoneada on the floor.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah, bro,
dope. Yeah.
it's really dope. And then another one of the business we helped start, Epic Concrete Flooring, actually donated the floor with me. Um, but when I say we help businesses, like we literally we get our hands dirty, bro. I don't just do paper pushing. I don't just hey, here's some advice. You know, we get dirty. We help them with their logos, their marketing, their advertising, their brand. What colors should you use? Why you shouldn't use blue on the menu? Why you shouldn't, you know, I invested a lot of time, energy, and effort and money into my education on all this marketing stuff.
Yeah.
So for the Latinos, we do it for free. There's just one catch, and that's the crazy part is that if you speak English, I'm really not going to help you that much.
Okay.
I help the Latinos, like the ones that can barely speak English, just got here or been here forever and don't speak English.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I help the most because and like let's say you need some advice, I'll give you some advice.
Yeah.
But you know English, bro. You know, you can go out and learn what I learned. You can ask me, I'll tell you. Am I gonna sit there and hold your hand? No, because you know English.
Yeah.
But you know, a raza that doesn't know English, those are the ones I really pour my heart into.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so far, it's been helping. Like Christina was the first one. Christina at the Wepa Food Truck was the first one that knew English. That I was like, "Girl, I'll help you." But it's because her situation was very, very unique,
Okay.
and she had a food truck, and she thought it was going to take like a year to get it started. And I was like, no, girl, I'll help you. Like, how long you want to go? And she's like, I don't know, like a month or two. And I was like, okay, we'll do your grand opening in a month or two. And she's like, there's no way. I was like, there is a way. You just have to learn the rules, the regulations, the go arounds, you know, the cheat codes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got her going, and yeah, I feel like I'm nervous now because I won't shut up.
No, no, you're fine, bro. You're doing exactly what I want every
I
guest to
feel like
do.
I'm babbling, bro.
No,
So
no, bro, you're doing fine, bro. You're doing phenomenal, phenomenal. Like
I'm not the only one.
yeah, like this is what I want to hear, man. Because
Good, good.
you're telling me stuff that I wouldn't have known based off, just a post.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are like, "What do you do?" Like,
Yeah, like me,
I'm
like
kind of all over the place, and it's organized chaos.
yeah,
You know, we have some investment properties. We have the business, Majestic Media, that pays the bills.
okay,
I like to think of myself as like like a Robin Hood, bro. I help the rich so I can help the poor.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Yeah.
Los Güeros, I charge them $3,000 for a logo.
Yeah.
But over here, Leslie's Ice Cream Shop, we gave them to him for free. Wepa, same
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Sabores, same thing. Epic, same thing. Like, I don't charge my Latinos,
Yeah.
and I just put that under, I chalk it up, I charge it to the game right under the nonprofit, and then we help them with their social media. Because, like, for Latinos, it's hard, it's harder. Number one, they're fighting that generational curse, right? That lack of education.
Yeah.
It's really hard to understand how important marketing is.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
They cook every day and they're thinking that people are just gonna come in because it smells nice. Like, no, you gotta let people know what you're cooking.
Yeah,
And
man.
and and I speak of restaurant mode a lot because I deal with a lot of restaurants. I was in fine dining for 13 years. Um, but all the other businesses, the service industry businesses, you have to be constantly in the front. You, especially with social media, it's so easy. Like with you,
Yeah.
great example. You have a podcast. Drive it like a business.
Yeah.
Post often, even if you don't post the entire thing. Post like 30-second snippet
Yeah.
here and there, and like shout out to man or whoever. Who was the last person you had on?
Uh, Carlos.
Carlos.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tomorrow, just shout out to Carlos again. If you missed that interview, post it often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be always posting, and just Google what time is the best time to post in every category because there's different categories.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you never know. You'll get followers all over the world if you just post often. You'd be surprised. I got followers. My Manny's Mexican Minute page is kind of crazy. I look at the people following it
Yeah.
on the insights on social media. I get people in Germany.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that used to live in Rockford or used to live in Chicago or met
Oh.
me at a lowrider show or whatever, because I travel a lot. I get this guy commenting all the time from Germany. I'm like, cool, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you'd be surprised, man. The world is really, really small, dude.
Yeah.
Really, we live in this really small world.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's something I learned in Rockford, man. A lot of people that.
Tiny.
Yeah. 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 The.
Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. A good example. Yeah, man. I always, I always knew people that knew other people that I never thought knew
Yeah,
each other. That's
yeah,
crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Before we continue, did you want something to drink? I keep forgetting to always ask my guest if they're thirsty or not.
Oh, we're good, bro.
Yeah,
We're
we're
Okay.
good.
good.
We're good. You can drink your tequila, bro. Happy birthday, by the way. I had to bring you some tequila,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Thank you, man. Like I said before, like I was preparing for today because I thought you like to drink,
yeah, yeah.
while eating or something. So I actually bought some drinks.
Oh, let me get some water, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't drink. Funny that you bring it up. I actually don't drink.
God damn it.
I,
Yeah, because the thing about
I smoke,
yeah,
not tobacco, but I partake.
yeah.
We're involved in the industry, but we gave up drinking in 2004, 2005, right around there.
Yeah,
We
Oh,
gave it up. I've been with my wife 16 years. She's only seen me drunk 9 times,
ooh.
so that's pretty good. And
Yeah.
3 times it was 1 year. When I turned 35, man, I got tore up, bro. But no, we don't. Very rarely. If you see me drunk at a bar, something is really, really wrong.
Oh, okay.
Call my wife. Something happened. Something. Uh,
he won't be drunk without me there.
Oh,
no, I
okay.
probably won't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, same here, man. If people usually see me drunk or they see me drinking, they think it's a big occasion or something's wrong.
hmm
Yeah. Yeah,
same
but
thing.
yeah, but
Same thing.
my other guest, I thought he was a smoker because he partaked last time he came with a guest. So I had something ready, and that day he told me, "No, no, I don't want to smoke today." I was like, "Oh man."
That's okay, man.
Yeah. And then I thought you would have had a little drink. I obviously don't force anything on
No, sure,
nobody.
sure.
Yeah,
No, but thank you for your hospitality, man. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, man. Because I definitely want people to just be calm and like
Comfortable.
yeah, yeah,
I
comfortable.
love the setup, bro. This is dope.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Thank you.
love the. Do you have a name for the layer? Is this the layer, bro? Like,
Z Studios, you can say, man.
the studio?
Yeah, the
I
studio.
like it, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
I
man.
like it. I'm gonna have to give you some of my art one of these days to hang up on
Dude,
here.
I would love that, man.
Yeah. Let me
I,
find some time to have some to make some art.
yeah, man.
Cause
Because yeah, I definitely be tired of looking at my own stuff. Because like I said before, I'm not really out and about, you know. So when I'm drawing, I usually just stay in here and just hang up my own stuff.
That's
But
dope.
but ever since I met Vic Rivera, man, he's the one that helped me actually put my foot out and like kind of be more
Sure.
out there, you know.
That's good.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good. Yeah, you definitely have to be out there, bro. You have to network.
yeah.
You know, it's 90% of what I do is networking, man. Shaking hands and saying hello and keeping people happy, bro. Like you'd be surprised. It's not really what you know. It's who you know.
Yeah.
It really, really is. So get out there and meet more people, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Because don't get me wrong, there's a lot of stuff that I missed out, yeah, and I
Yeah.
kind of regret it right now.
How old are you,
28.
bro? You got time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You got time. I'm 40, bro, and you're barely hearing about me, so
yeah.
you'd be surprised.
Yeah, I kid you not, man. I feel like I'm late, man. Late to know you and like,
No, no,
yeah,
not at
yeah,
all.
yeah.
No, everything happens for a reason, bro. So never think that. Not with me, not with anybody, bro. Like every I think that there is no accidents in life. I seriously think that everything happens for a reason. I'm one of those people. You
Yeah,
know, energy is real, God is real, you know, science is real. It's like every I don't think that there's ever any accidents. You know, you weren't meant to hear about me until now, so it's all good.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Thank you, man. Those are really encouraging words, you know, because I do overthinking, you know, a lot.
And I know how that goes, bro. I have PTSD.
Oh, yeah, man. I imagine the
I
things
have
you
PT
told.
yeah,
Yeah,
I have
yeah, yeah,
PTSD. I have anxiety. I know what it feels like to lock up, you know,
yeah,
and I'm an overthinker,
yeah.
and I second guess myself a lot. The only difference is that like that psycho part of me is like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for it,
Mm,
and that's the only thing that's different, right? I mean,
Yeah.
my wife was like, "What did you do?" Like, hey, I went for it. You know, it, it, a lot of the fuck it moments have came out amazing for me for
mm.
that reason. We hung out with Danny Trejo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we visited Danny Trejo twice now at his
Oh,
house and like got to kick it with him and talk with him and everything. Pitched him an idea and it was all because of a fuck it, I'm gonna go for it. You know,
yeah, yeah,
like we'll see what happens. You know, so hopefully, pray for me, y'all.
yeah,
Something
man.
happens. But I got a lot of ideas, man, and it's I'm sure you do too.
Mm.
Just quit being scared, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
yeah, man. Yeah,
You
yeah. I
know?
mean, no, yeah. After today, bro, man, you're really bringing up stuff that I didn't really imagine and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna motivate me, man. So
Good.
I really thank you for just coming and just
Yeah, no
telling me
problem.
whatever you can tell me. You know,
Yeah, yeah, no problem, bro.
any advice and stuff. You know, I would always appreciate it.
Sure, sure, no problem, bro. Well, like I told you off the camera, like we have a lot in common, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
It's kind of crazy. I was big into graffiti, man. I was big into hip hop. I was big into arts. Um, I couldn't draw you a poodle, but I could make your name look fucking amazing in like 20 different ways, you know,
yeah,
like um I was good with that stuff and like the lowriders obviously. You know, hopefully by next year you guys see my lowrider. I've been working on it quietly here and there, and
oh, yeah.
we have a 1967 coupe. By the way, at Tamale Fest this year, we started a lowrider. Not this year. We started in 2019, but nothing really ever happened with it.
Okay.
We gave away 3 lowrider bikes in 2019 to kids, and the problem was is that we gave them to them and they were already finished, right?
Okay.
So they didn't have it. They're just it's like here I give you a microphone
Yeah.
and you just have a finished microphone, right? But what we did this different this year is that I found some bikes that need some work, and already it's only been 2 weeks since the Mali Fest,
Mhm.
and we gave 3 of them away, and I was like, hey, you have to fix it and it's got to be ready by 2022.
Mm.
And all those kids that got them this year, they're like, hey, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I'm seeing way more a better response by giving them some busted bikes and telling them, yo, you got to fix it, make it look cool. Here's some ideas. And they're like, man, I looked this up. Oh, I'm going to do this with this trike. And I'm
Yeah.
going to, you know what I'm saying? So Um, hopefully, by 2022 we have at least a dozen bikes there. Which
Mm,
this year we had probably about a dozen bikes already,
Yeah, I think
but maybe
that
only
sounds
four of
about
them were
right.
local.
okay.
The rest of them were out of towners. Shout out to everybody who came out to Tamale Fest this year. We had tons of support, man. Half of Chicago showed up. Half of the Chicago lowriding scene showed up.
Yeah.
Chicago and Elgin.
My parents went. Yeah, they showed me a bunch of pictures. My sister
Yeah,
also went. Yeah, they said it was fun, bro.
that's what's up. Why
Yeah,
didn't you go, bro?
man. Like I said, nervousness, man. I really don't step out, man. Big crowds do get me nervous and stuff.
Gotcha.
I know when I get ready to go to a party, the first thing that starts to happen is like I feel like it's getting hard to breathe. My hands start to sweat, and I feel like they start to stink. And then I feel like I have this must because my hands won't start sweating. And then I'm overthinking, like, what's gonna happen? Are people gonna pick fights with somebody? Am I gonna be the one that's gonna? Because that's happened before in my time.
Sure,
Like
sure.
I've been that dude that just minds my own business, man. Like
Good.
I always be in the corner just trying to mind my own business, but there's always those people that
Yeah,
look at you and then just assume.
sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah. And
No,
and
we've been very thankful, man. 5 years running, and we've never had not one fight.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
That's good, man. Hell yeah.
I think a lot of it is just respect, bro. Like, obviously, I have a past, and I try to reach out to a lot of people from my past and say, hey, bro, like, this is a white flag event. No set tripping, no BS. Keep that. Don't ruin a good event. We have, and so far, thank God, everybody shows that respect. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because
It's family oriented.
it's
Yeah,
a family oriented event.
yeah,
Um, this year we had Coco on stage. We had like from the movie Coco.
yeah.
We had Coco, Ballet Folclórico, Los Chinelos, Spanish Rock, Dragones del Rock came out. Shout out to Dragones del Rock. DJ Arson held it down most of the day. DJ Acid came out of retirement for this.
Yeah.
Are you an old enough to even remember DJ
No,
Acid?
no, no,
No?
no, no.
Yeah, bro. DJ Acid, I mean, people grew up with DJ Acid. He was, so DJ Acid was, he was genius. Either he was genius or he was just stupid luck, whatever you want to call it. But back in the day, they used to have rec nights, right? At schools, like they would call them rec nights. So he would DJ at the school, right?
Yeah.
And then on weekends, he would do Friday nights at Rock and Bowl.
Okay.
He would do Friday nights, and then as time went on, he would do um, quinceañeras.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of crazy, bro. Like he did my niece's quinceañera, and then like 10 years later, I was like, do my wedding, and he did my wedding in 2008. And so he followed, like the crew that followed him grew up with him. They seen him DJing when they were like 10, 12, and then the quinceañeras, and then at weddings or bautizos, and
Yeah.
like it was kind of crazy. So he had a huge following, and then some BS happened to him, and he can talk about that if he wants, but he had to retire for a little bit. And now I kept on telling him, like, bro, come on, bro, come on, bro. And I was like, hey, it's our fifth anniversary, bro. If you're ever going to come out, this is your year.
Yeah.
And he's like, for real? And I was like, yeah. She messaged him. My wife messaged him. She's like, if this is your year, let's do this. And he did. So we had DJ Acid. We had Lucha Libre.
Yeah.
So some of my favorite times in my childhood were with my mom because I'm the youngest of nine.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro, huge family in Rockford. I last time I counted, it was like 16 nieces and 22 nephews. It's like
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. I hate to say it, I had to admit it, but I don't even know all their names. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
it's like hey, chiquillo, what the fuck? you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it's a huge family. But and then what was I saying? Lucha Libre in Mexico. Me and my mom went to a carnival or whatever, right? And there was Lucha Libre there.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the only times I had my mom to myself. Not my nieces and nephews there or anything like that. It was me and my mom, you know? And I've been trying to recreate that here, and so far it's been working.
Yeah.
But then the stuff I love, like the lowriding and stuff, it's not that she didn't care for it. It's just she didn't understand it. She didn't
Mm.
understand when I had my lowrider, when Chico had his. Ah, tan locos. ¿Para qué? ¿Para qué pinche carro que brinca? You know, like
Yeah.
So so I was like, man, it's cool, man, whatever. So, but now what I love about it is that the Laredo community is so anti-gang,
Yeah.
and their families. If you would have went, bro, you would have seen whole families come out. Um, Viejitos, what's his name? Puppet came out with his whole family, and I loved it. I loved the scene. And shout out to Puppet. Thank you for Viejitos for coming out. Frank, Pablo. I mean, so many of the Loretta guys that I know came out and supported, and they brought their whole families.
Mm.
Can't bring your coolers next year. No coolers next year, fuckers. Um, no, but if I can get away with it, if they can get away with it, whatever, But next year, I think the city had a talking with me like,
Mm.
no coolers. Um, but thank God they did, bro, because we ran out of liquor. It was packed.
Oh wow.
It was packed. We ran out of tamales by like 5 or 6.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Several of the food trucks sold out of food and had to go and re-up on meat or whatever. But the liquor guy ran out of liquor, bro. It was like 7 o'clock. He's like, no more beer. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you? He's like, I got margaritas. I was like, sling that. Like, what can I do? You fucking sold out. Um, but it was a good event, bro. No problems. The hoppers, we had hoppers from Denver.
Mm.
We had hoppers from Denver, Chicago, Milwaukee, Elgin. We had lowriders from all over. We had somebody was here from Texas, and I can't pinpoint the guy's name. Um, but we got pictures of the car from Texas, and I talked to Frank, but we've just been so busy and so much happened. But we had cars from all over, bro. Shout out to Frank. Frank, man. Frank came through. My man's like, bro, I got sponsors for 4 grand. I'm like, what?
Mm.
He's like, what do you want to do? I was like, use it for your hop, bro. Use it for the hop. He used it on the hop, uh, but he didn't even have to do that. And it's kind of funny. I thought Frank was gonna be like a jerk when I first met him. I was like, man, Frank's kind of mean, man. I don't know. He's probably a thug.
Yeah.
He's like the biggest freaking teddy bear, bro. Like, I'm like, what's up, Frank? We
Yeah.
gonna do this? And he's like, orale, bro. Like, and now we're turning. I see a really good friendship happening there, and I'm trying to convince my man to move to Rockford.
Yeah.
So come on, Frank, move to Rockford, bro. We got good people here.
Yeah, yeah, man, definitely.
I love it here, bro. I love Rockford. I'm a Rockfordian through and through. I do have my second city. Pray for my city, NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Mm.
That's my second city. And pray for Louisiana right now. They're hurting. Hurricane Ida put my favorite restaurant still under 2 feet of water.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, my favorite restaurant, man. And you know what's messed up? I was trying to convince my wife to move there,
Yeah.
and we were gonna go right after Tamale Fest to go look for homes, and then Hurricane Ida hit right before Tamale Fest, and she's like,
Yeah, no go.
she's like, nah, no, New Orleans, man. Something about New Orleans is just beautiful to me. There's a lot of bad there, but there's also a lot of good there. It's a beautiful town. I encourage everybody. I encourage everybody to travel, bro. Get over your anxiety, bro, and go see the world. God didn't intend for you to be in a basement all fucking day.
Yeah, no, yeah. For the majority of 27 years almost been here. Yeah, yeah, man. Well,
You gotta
cause
live life, bro.
yeah, no, it's just before Rockford, I used to live in Chicago, and my parents never really used to let me out because they
What
were
part?
47 in South Point, the South Side.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I mean
I know
to
that. I
yeah,
know that hood.
yeah, I mean yeah, me like to me, outside looked like outside. Like
Yeah, yeah,
my parents would tell me like don't go outside for too long, stay by the house, don't go past the gate.
yeah.
To me, I was just like,
My food truck is literally on 49th right now.
oh really?
Yeah, my
Oh
food truck is literally getting worked on 49th Street right now. So I'm going there like twice a week lately. Well, to Chicago, but
yeah,
but yeah, I know that hood very, very well.
yeah, man.
It's not, you know,
It's changed now because they have
it's
that
changed. It's
the high
gotten a little
school.
bit better, and several neighborhoods, like Pilsen, man. Me and my wife, we went and paraded around when gentrification was initially starting there,
Hmm.
and I'm very anti gentrification, which is why I hate what's happening on the south side of Rockford. But people that don't understand it don't know what's coming. They don't get it, and that's what happened on 18th Street. And when that happened, like we were involved. I seen my cousins getting involved. I seen people. Some of the vendors that come to Tamale Fest are from Pilsen, bro, and they'll tell you like, I've known them that long. I invite them for that reason. We've become friends, you know. And I seen some of the organizations out there, and I kind of piggyback off what they're doing, and they help me and whatnot. But and gentrification, let me talk Pilsen because I don't know if any of that has happened over there on 49th, but on 18th Street now, back in the day, you walk around there at 10 o'clock at night, you're gonna get checked, you
Yeah, yeah,
know.
yeah.
And now we're over there at midnight, and there's ladies with poodles, there's fucking hipsters,
Oh,
there's and like
yeah.
like that would have never happened 20 years ago. You you would think twice before walking down 18th Street at midnight, and now
Yeah, man.
it's kind of crazy. So that part is cool, and I'm glad you can walk around whenever. But it's kind of sad to see that it affected so many Latinos and that they had to they they basically got kicked out of their hood, you know.
Yeah.
And the ones that were able to have enough money to stick around could, but it lost some of its flavor, you know. It's a sad thing, like what's South Main Street, bro. Back in the day, that was Little Mexico. That was all the Mexican stores, all the La Amistad was there, Guadalajara was there, you know, there was a lot more business there. And now you look at it and people are like, oh, it's getting better. Yeah, but for who? It's getting better for who? So you
Mm,
got to think about those
yeah.
things, you know. So, but whatever, you know, some Latinos seem to be behind it.
Yeah, no, I definitely am because my sister she lives over there by Kelly High School, and
Okay.
we go there once in a while, but I haven't been there personally in a while because where my sister lives, there's a particular gang that does check everybody that does go
Yeah.
there. Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, I didn't know that gentrification was actually happening. To
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, it's happening everywhere, bro. It's just people don't
But
realize it.
Pilsen, yeah, I didn't imagine there to tell you the
Oh,
truth.
yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
18th Street was horrible back in the day. Not
yeah.
horrible. It was cool if you lived there and you knew what you were doing. I remember, man, I took my wife, you know, the first time I took her, I was like, babe, look, see these buildings we used to roof hop. I used to visit my cousins out there, right?
Yeah.
And he moved to California eventually. But I remember my mom and my uncles were at the very top floor of the building, visiting my tío Lucio, and he was like, "Hey, you want to see something cool? Let's go up to the roof." And we went up to the roof, and all of a sudden he's like, "Follow me!" And he started running across like there was a gap from like here to the door, bro. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I'm scared of heights. I was like, "Fuck!" And I'm like, "I don't, you don't want to be a,
Yeah.
no, I'm not gonna do it." I was like, "Fuck." Yeah.
Yeah.
So we started roof jumping, bro. Like, I have a lot of great memories on 18th Street, man. But now it's all gentrified. You know, all you see is hipsters. All you see is not all. You see some of the indigenous people of 18th Street around, you know, but you definitely see where big corporations came in and bought a lot of the area and invested in it, and because of that, non-Latinos or the tourists came in and did their thing, you know. Um, so it's kind of crazy, but you know it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's what I wish would happen is that, like, for instance, let's talk about Rockford, right?
Yeah.
What I wish would happen is on the south side. I wish that community leaders and politicians and corporations invested in the Latinos that are already there instead of saying, "Hey, you're not doing any shit with this building. Get the fuck out."
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and but unfortunately, that's what they're doing, and they're not. They might not be saying that, but they're, "Hey, we're gonna condemn you," or, "Hey, you're gonna get a fine if you don't do this, or you're gonna get a fine if you don't do that." Well, shit, if they would do it if they probably had some money,
Yeah.
you know. And now the building back there behind Chiquita that sold. Oh, guess who sold? Or they're gonna be doing luxury condominiums there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so who's gonna move in those luxury condominiums? It's not gonna be Latinos. It's not gonna be the people that held that hood down for so many years. Because
Yeah.
the Italians left. I don't know if you noticed, that wasn't originally the Italian neighborhood.
Yeah, no, no.
That was the originally Italian neighborhood, and they left. The only thing they have left is a church and Bovi's Auto. And,
Really? Yeah.
Zamuto's sold. Benny's is,
Wait,
well, he's not Italian.
Zamudos is not there?
Zamuto's is there,
Oh,
but
okay.
they sold.
Oh, okay, okay.
They're not Italian no more. They're Morenos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Italian ice cream or Italian granita.
Yeah, yeah.
Maria's was down there. My mom worked at Maria's forever. That was the Italian hood, bro. And then they left, and the Mexicans came in, and that was in late '70s or early '70s, early '80s, and the Mexicanos just invaded that area, right? That's why there was so much Latino movement there. The CPN, Salon Mexico, Guadalajara, La Mexicana, the Mexican store. There's just in that area when I was a kid. We used to live on South Main and Lincoln,
Okay.
big green and white house across the street from the St. Elizabeth's Community Center. In that neighborhood, there was one stop. There was one stop. Now it's Guanajuato, Supermercado Guanajuato.
Okay.
And then right next to it, Guanajuato, there was a little Mexican shop on South Main Street next to across from where La Chiquita is now. There used to be the fireman, and right next to the fireman, there was a discoteca, and then another Mexican store. And then down the way, there was another Mexican store. I can't remember these names. I'm having an airhead moment. Then there was La Amistad, the Taco Loco, La Guadalajara, Don Beto's grocery store on the corner. And that was just South Main. Then on Cunningham, there was another Mexican store. There was two Mexican stores. Um, there was a lot,
Mm.
and little by little, they've been moving out, right? The people have been moving out, moving out, moving out. Well, but it's a main corridor to downtown, right? The airport, South Main to the airport, or Kishwaukee Street to the airport, either one.
Yeah.
So the Rockford is investing millions of dollars in that corridor, but nobody's going out and telling these people like, hey, you should invest in South Main Street. Hey, you should buy property over here. Or hey, you're already here. You should apply for these grants, or there should be grants, or whatever. So, and then the aldermen in that area, not calling you out or nothing, but maybe just maybe they should be helping the people that are already there instead of bringing in new fresh blood that is just going to kick the other people out. And what happens is it's going to affect everybody in those neighborhoods. The taxes are going to go up,
Yeah.
which they're already horrendous in Rockford. So it's going to affect them in one way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? So what happens when the taxes are too high and your cost of living increases and your home isn't worth what your taxes are?
Mm.
You're going to leave.
Yeah.
So it's a ripple effect, and the people that can stick it out, it's going to benefit them. But the people that can't, where do they go? If they can't afford that, they're going to end up in a worse neighborhood. They're going to end up somewhere in the hood.
Yeah.
And that's where crime happens, and that's where shit happens. And so again, it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. I just wish there was a better way of going about it, and that's not just happening on South Main, that's happening in Belvedere.
Mm.
Belvedere, Illinois. You look at Belvedere, Illinois, bro. Basically, a bunch of farmers and rich white people had kids. Those kids went to college. They left the Belvedere area alone. It was a ghost town. '70s sorry, early '90s. Latinos started moving in by the thousands.
Yeah.
Belvedere is Little Mexico now.
Yeah. Yeah.
According to the census in 2020, I think it was like 12 or 14% Mexican. Can you imagine what it is now, bro? I don't know the last time you went to Belvedere, but it's like Little Mexico, bro.
Yeah. 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 I
And
know a few people. Shout out them. Yeah.
yeah, and what I seen just in the last 5, 6 years being involved out there, um, it's grown exponentially with Latinos, but they're not getting the help. And if there is help, they don't know how to apply for it, or they don't know that it's out there. Which, as of right now, even I don't know if that it's out there. So there's grants, but who's taking those grants?
Mm.
There's help, and who's taking that help? English speaking Americans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, just restaurants alone, I think there's 17 or 16 Mexican restaurants in Boone County, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. We took a count because we had to do for Tamale Fest. We had to eat at all those restaurants, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. We have judges that go out and and they judge everything. So go to tamalefest815.com and you're gonna see the best of Mexican food in the next week or so. Because our judges they're still wrapping it up,
Oh,
but
wow.
like we're doing all the categories, bro, all over again. So the best taco, the best tamal, the best gordita, the best burrito, the best everything,
Yeah.
and we're naming that way. Not one restaurant gets left out, and we have like 20 something categories, 20 or 30 categories. Because, anybody ever ask you, like, where's your favorite place to eat Mexican food?
Oh, yeah.
My answer is always like, well, what are you looking for?
Mm.
Because if it's tacos, I'll tell you where to go. If it's a torta, I'll tell you where to go. If it's a menudo, I'll tell you where to go. But not one place has the best of everything, you know what I'm saying? So, um, but no, Belvedere, hopefully they get their shit together. Hopefully our people get their shit together, you know?
Well, yeah, man. Now that you're here,
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna stay long though.
oh,
I don't know, man. It's hard. It's
yeah.
hard. It's super hard,
No, no,
man.
I can imagine, man. I can
It's
imagine.
super hard, and it's as somebody that has anxiety, bro, it's getting worse because like for instance, great example. We just had Tamale Fest, right? I uploaded all the pictures yesterday. It was like 600 pictures,
Ooh.
and you would think that I would concentrate on like the 30 or 40 positive comments, but it's that one comment that just
Mm,
grinds at you, bro. And I'm
uh,
like, why did he say that? I don't
yeah,
even know this chump. Who
yeah,
is he?
yeah,
And then I'm like, I should reach out to him. I'm
yeah,
gonna be nice. I'm gonna talk to him. No, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna send him a message. And then I wrote this long thing, and I'm like, fuck it, he's not gonna read it anyway. And it's like, I got shit to do. And finally I have my fuck it moment, and I'm
yeah,
like, fuck it, I'm not even gonna respond.
yeah,
But even though I didn't respond, I'm like right here, it's taking up time, energy, and effort out of my day.
yeah,
Because I'm like, man, why did he say that?
yeah,
And it was something stupid. It was something I had no control over. Like, our people are really, they complain.
mm,
Our Latinos know how to complain.
yeah, that's true.
Why are you charging to get in? This lady called me, right?
Yeah.
She, I was getting so many calls a day to my fest. And I'm sorry if you guys are watching that called me to complain, but here it goes. They call me, bro, like, hi, I'm just calling to see if you're charging to get in. Yeah. And what I really want to say is like what I said was, yeah, it's $10 at the door. Well, what does that get me? Get you in the event. And
Yeah.
sorry, sweetie, I'm in the middle of organizing an event. I gotta let you go. And I hung up right. The next call. Oiga, quería saber si van a cobrar por entrar. Sí, señora, $10. And like you smile, right? You gotta
Yeah,
smile because they can hear you smiling. Sí,
yeah,
señora, va a ser $10 en la entrada. What I really want to say is like, no puñeta, todo es gratis, pendeja. Like
yeah,
that's what I really want to say. Like, are you kidding me?
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
fundraiser.
And then people come to the door and they yell at her because she's at the door. I can't be at the door no more, bro. Because
yeah.
people are like, bro, I know you, and
Oh,
like,
wow.
or like, hey, why are you charging to get in? Dude, do you think this fence and this electricity and the stage and the bands and the DJs and the Lucha Libre are free? Like,
Yeah,
come on, fuckers.
yeah,
Like, like you pay to get into Six Flags, you pay to get into all these other events. You like why do you think it's like? And then I think, right, the overthinker in me.
yeah.
I'm like, how'd you find my number? You could find my number, but you couldn't find the big ass thing that's like this big that says $10 to get in. But
Yeah,
my number is super tiny at the bottom of the flyer, and you found that? Like,
yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't really think that.
Our people are shitty sometimes, bro.
Yeah,
Really, really. I love my people, but
yeah, yeah. Understandable, man.
and it's and it's kind of crazy. It's really crazy, man. And it's heartbreaking because thankfully I understand it. I understand the psychology behind it. I know that we're just bred that way, and we're that multi-generational uneducated parents that we've grown up with has just handed that shit down. But it's like, damn, we have to start breaking out of that. And unfortunately, you grow up seeing it, so you think it's okay,
Yeah,
and that's really really hard, So I don't know how long I'm gonna stick around, but I promise if I, as long as I do, I'm gonna keep working hard and keep on keeping on. But when I'm gone, I'm gone. Like the moment I say, okay, that's been enough,
Mm.
it's gonna be one. And unfortunately, it looks like it's gonna be. I wanted this to like have longevity.
Yeah.
Everything that I do, I wanted to have longevity. I wanted to find somebody like, okay, if I get the ball rolling, somebody will come along and take it over. But unfortunately, up until right now, man, it's like everybody I try to train or get involved, it's like it's going to be hard to find somebody that have that energy and drive to do stuff for free or to do stuff just because it's the right thing to do, you know?
Mm.
I did it because I needed brownie points in heaven, and I think I'm good. I hopefully I'm good,
Yeah.
God, but I don't know, man. It's definitely a labor of love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
But it's beautiful stuff that you do, man. Hell yes.
I'm trying.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, is there anything else you would like to talk about, bring
I
up?
don't know, man. I feel like I've been babbling again, you know?
No, no, bro. You've been
I do
doing.
that when I'm nervous.
Yeah, yeah. I can
You
understand.
don't talk and I talk too much.
Yeah, yeah. But it's perfect, man. Yeah, because I mean, what you're telling me, man, is interesting, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you. It's been a ride, man. I'd like to say so. My wife's back here like
yeah.
I met her 16 years ago and it's been a crazy ride. I
I'm
know it.
also an introvert.
She's also an introvert.
Oh, okay, good, good.
Big introvert, man.
Yeah,
Like
I'm getting out there.
yeah.
yeah, she's well because of the nonprofit and you know, she's been having to help out a lot more. It's helping her and her Spanish is better than ever and you know, she's Italian? She's American. She's a mutt.
Yeah.
But she's gotten better, man. She's thankfully I'm with somebody that loves our culture.
Yeah.
Because if I didn't have her loving everything I do, I couldn't do it either. And she loves to do it now too.
I like helping people and
Yeah, yeah, she loves being involved. So that's a really cool thing. But but yeah, that's where we're at in life.
Yeah, man. Beautiful stuff, dude.
Yeah. What else
Uh,
you got for me? I know you got some questions written down there.
yeah, man. Like, what were you planning on? What did you want to do in the future? Either here in
Oh
Rockford
man.
or wherever you think.
So I've been going broke doing all this free stuff.
Hmm.
So I definitely I have to get my inventory, my piggy bank back up. So we were supposed to unveil my food truck at Tamale Fest, and it just didn't happen. Frank, didn't happen.
Damn it,
Um,
Frank.
damn it, Frank. um, no, but my food truck will be out soon. Um,
Is there a name?
for the food truck,
Yeah.
you know, I've been waiting to name it until I see it,
Oh, okay, okay.
until it's done.
Yeah.
And thank God, God's been putting me in the right footsteps. So we got involved in the cannabis industry. You know, like I told you a little bit about that. Uh, we're gonna we're gonna try and see what that leads into with the cannabis industry. So I wear a lot of hats. Like right now, we do the nonprofit, we do the Majestic Media, the marketing firm. We have our little side businesses. Teresa signed up for a couple of side businesses. I actually started my business adventure into business started with MLMs. Do you know what MLMs are?
No.
Multi-level marketing companies.
Okay.
Multi-level marketing. You know what those are?
No.
No.
No. No.
Um,
For anything
Mer-
professional sounding, I don't know. Like just like my own.
you know it and you don't even know you know
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
Mary Kay, Avon, Amway,
Okay. Yeah.
you know,
Legal
Tupperware,
Shield.
Legal Shield, all that
Yeah. Okay.
stuff. Those are multi-level marketing. What normal Americans call pyramid schemes, even though they're not.
Okay.
They're legitimate businesses, and that's what started me in business. Our very first company was Voyager Health Technologies, V3, and a lot of people still know me for that. Like, hey, you're the skinny pill guy, and this and that. You know, we grew a team of like 200 people, and then we got into another one that was Lioness, and that one grew up. And when we did Lioness, towards the end of it, I turned into kind of like a motivational speaker because I was going around teaching teams around the country how they could grow their team. So let's say you were in Tupperware, right?
Yeah.
And how would you compete against other Tupperware ladies? So I'd come and give you tips and tricks, and you would pay me $300 to sit there and learn from me. So I
Mm.
think I'm gonna go back into some of that. When we travel, I make the most out of it, and that's why we're always traveling. People don't see the work that I do when I travel. They see what I post, the food and the eating out and the lowrider shows or whatever. They don't see that I'm there for 3 weeks and I'm working for 2 weeks, and we're
Mm.
only partying for a week or, we work hard, we play hard. But I think I'm gonna go back into some of that, and then my end point. I really wanted to stay and call Rockford my end all be all,
Okay.
but um, I know that there's a lot of opportunities I'm missing out on in other cities. One of the richest men I know, God bless him, this guy is like the most successful person I know, the most successful entrepreneur person I know, longtime friend. He lives in Dallas, and he was like, "You need to come out here." And we went out there, bro. We were just out there. So we had Chowdown on July 24th, our food truck festival.
Mm.
It literally ended at 8 p.m. and I had to be at Torres Empire the next day by noon. And we drove, bro. We
Oh.
left Rockford at 9 p.m. on the dot, and we made it there at 1 p.m.
Oh,
And we didn't sleep, bro. We got sweaty, todo apestoso, and we got to Torres Empire, and then Torres Empire was over at around. We got out of there like at 9. We got to talk to Frank for a little bit, and we just dipped right. So and then we worked for a week, and I got to know the area in Dallas. And let me just say, really loud, fuck Dallas,
oh wow, really? I was not
bro,
expecting that. I was expecting
bro.
that.
I hate Dallas, bro. Oh
What?
my god,
Why? I thought it was getting up there now because the wave of LA people moving to Dallas or something or Austin,
bro.
Texas.
Dallas is a hellhole to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, dude. I hate to say it, and I hope I never end up there, pero number one is hot. Number two, the cost of living is
Yeah.
high. Number three, like my 2,800 square foot home here,
Yeah.
out there would cost me in the hood and the like the crappy area.
Yeah.
It was gonna be close to a million, and out here I bought it for 72,000.
Holy shit! Wow.
And then they're like, well, there's no taxes, blah blah. There's no state taxes, but you got city taxes, you got property taxes,
Mm.
and those are sky high. So yeah, you don't have your state taxes, but your other taxes are sky high. We're at the same, but the cost of living is higher. So we were like, when I do research, when we go to places, I literally do research. What's the cost of living? What's the and not only that, bro, but I love food, and Texas food's not my thing.
Oh wow, really?
It's not my thing, bro. Chicago, a lot of people don't realize how blessed we are here in Rockford.
Yeah.
Chicago is a foodie town, and because of that, Rockford's becoming a foodie town. I hate to say it, Rockford food is better than any food I had in Dallas, bro. And I
What?
had food every single day. We were
Yeah.
eating out 4 or 5 times a day because I wanted to do my research.
Yeah.
Um, I've had better barbecue in Memphis. I've had better Mexican food in Rockford.
Yeah.
Mexican food in Texas doesn't exist. It's not Mexican food. It's Texan food.
Mm.
It's Tejano food. I there was more black beans in Texas than there was pinto beans. Like I don't get down with pinto with black beans and like you order tacos de carne asada and they're like what? And I'm like okay, tacos de bistec and you thinking bistec, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, bro, it looked like stewed meat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, like you got to get the names down. Okay, let me get a taco de fajita, and I get the taco de fajita, and there's no fucking onions or bell peppers, and I'm like, what the hell? What do you think of when you think tacos de fajita,
mm. Forget like chicken, green
right?
sauce, what's it called? Guacamole.
Guacamole, okay. The
Uh.
bell peppers, the onions, right? Everything that comes in the little fajita thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Over there, that's not taco the taco de fajita is like carne deshebrada de res.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is shitty. And like
Yeah.
the elotes, they put sour cream and like a salsa in
Yeah.
it instead of mayonnaise and butter.
And I thank you, man, for
Yeah,
real.
yeah, no problem.
Because, like I said, man, I thought you were like a really busy man, you know, because,
Oh yeah, we're busy. Don't.
yeah, you know,
No.
and like I said, man, like, you know, I really don't got too many followers and stuff. So, you know, in a way, I kind of felt like this was beneath you.
No, not at all, man.
But man, like I said,
If I
thank
get
you.
invited, I have this saying, man. If and I hate to cuss so much, but that's how I am.
No, no, go ahead, bro.
I
It's
hate it.
okay,
I'm working on it.
yeah.
It's really hard when we have the youth group to stop cussing.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it was
So I
different,
I I, re- I replaced the cuss words with other words like fluffy instead of fuck,
yeah.
I sound stupid, but no, my biggest my mentality is if you fuck with me, I fuck with you.
Okay, yeah.
If you invite me, I invite you. If you know, that's
Likes helping people.
yeah. I love helping people, man. So I hope you gain
Motivation.
some followers out of this. I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
do. I hope that we have to encourage our people in Rockford, man, and a lot of us really don't. And at the same time, I'm a victim of this, and I say victim. Well, I can't say victim. I'm at fault for this. A lot of people think that because I don't encourage them, or because I don't go visit them, or because I don't go to their events or whatever, that I have beef with them, and it's not that. I'm just busy.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I don't get a reminder, or, hey, bro, we're waiting for you, or whatever, I probably won't show.
Mm,
But if I see something really cool, like, oh, they're having this, okay, I'll go to that. That's worth going to. But I basically have to juggle my time and weigh out my evaluate,
yeah,
right? Like, okay, for instance, this Saturday there's an event in Madison I was invited to. There's my homies having a birthday party in Janesville or in Chicago, and then this church in Freeport is doing a fundraiser. So I
okay.
have to evaluate, like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
where do I go? And then all the Rockford shit going on.
Mm,
So it's like I can't be at all these places at once. So I have to basically evaluate, like, okay, where do I go? Or like today, it's like, well, I didn't have too much planned for the night, but do I come here or do I go and keep one of my sponsors happy?
yeah.
Shout out to my sponsors, man. I had to cancel on you, bro, but we'll make up to our sponsors, man. Really quick, if you don't mind.
No, no, go ahead, bro. Shit.
General Pro Landscaping, Expert Electronics, Midwest Law Works, Christian Solares, God bless you, bro. Thank you. Victor Telez, um, All Auto, right here. My boy Eddie, right here. He's got his all auto parts right here
Uh,
on Kishwaukee.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
Mexican owned, bro.
Oh, really?
That's dope, bro. Like we
Yeah.
have a lot of Latino businesses in town that people sleep on because they're too busy watching the BS,
Yeah.
like whatever you want to call it. But we have a lot of Latino businesses. Strong Tower Advisors. God, we had so many sponsors this year, man. It was
Maurice West.
Maurice, State Representative Maurice West, State Representative Dave Vela. They sponsored us. True Colors, they sponsored us. Um, I'm missing a lot. I should have wrote a list.
Fiesta Market.
Fiesta Market
Hmm.
sponsored us. God bless you guys. Um, yeah, we had a lot of sponsors, man. And I hate to say it, but I pick and choose my sponsors.
Hmm. Yeah.
A lot of people come to me, hey, can we sponsor you? I don't know. If you don't line up with what I'm doing, if you're not for my people, I don't want your money. I'm sorry. I pick and choose. I'm and it's not like I have the money to be able to do that. It's just like I can't sing and dance. I'm not a sing and dance person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
I totally get it. Yeah.
yeah, if this company, if the owner is like talking about build that wall, but you want our money, like,
No.
uh, probably I probably won't let you sponsor me. But we get sponsors for Tamale Fest, for the foodie group, for Rockford and State Line Foodie Group, and then we're bringing back the Taco and Tequila tour.
No.
I'm gonna make sure you're on the Taco and Tequila tour this next spring.
Okay.
Have you
Yeah.
heard of it?
No, 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 no.
We did it one year, the month of April in 2019. We had to cancel in 2020 and 2021, but we're lining up. Shout out to Molly for real. Molly, he helped us out that year, but we basically you pay $50 to get on a party bus,
Okay.
and we were sponsored by Casamigos Tequila.
Ooh.
It was dope, man. Like that was a big deal, and nobody really. I expected people to congratulations, but you got sponsored by a tequila company. But Casamigos came on board and they gave us three types of tequilas,
Ooh.
and we got to drink tequilas the whole time you're on the bus.
Yeah.
And then we would get to a Mexican restaurant and you try one taco, just one.
Yeah.
So we would go to Guanajuato and then we go to like Anna's or Chilangos or San Jose or like all these different restaurants. So by the end of the trip, you're drinking tequilas and you're having a shot with every owner. So you get to see the owner of every restaurant
Yeah.
and you try one of their tacos. But I would tell them like just one taco.
Yeah.
But because they want to be the coolest stop, like Guanajuato gave us a tamal, some elote, and a taco. And we
Yeah.
go to San Jose and they give us a margarita, a torta, quesadillas, and a taco. And we like, bro, everybody was so full by the end of the day. So the very first one was a success, and I was like, man, we need to do this every week. So we did it. We did it for like a month straight, and we were doing it one or two times a week.
Dope.
And but it was just it's like to get stuff like that approved through the city. It's like you have to have permits, insurance. You have to make sure the restaurants have insurance. Like
Really?
somebody slips, yeah. You
Yeah.
think about it. You slip and fall in the limo. Whose fault is it? Is it the
Uh,
guy that rented the limo? Is it the limo's fault?
yeah.
Or who is it? Or like let's say you get off the limo and you're in the parking lot of the restaurant and you slip and fall. And mind you, everybody's drinking.
Yeah.
So who's responsible? The limo, the guy who rented the truck, or the restaurant? So there's so much red tape, but it was worth it. And I've been trying to get it to happen again. There was a first food tour in Rockford.
Yeah.
That was a first food tour. So we're gonna bring it back.
When was this? Go for it.
This was April 2019.
2019. Okay.
Taco and Tequila tour. So we're already working on it for 2022. We're gonna do it again. We got the restaurants lined up, and because everything is growing, bro. Because like the foodie group is growing. My thank God my followers are growing. We have I think 7,000 followers right now,
Congrats, man.
which isn't that's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to have. Um, but it's been crazy. It's
Yeah.
been really crazy. Like people think it's easy because it's like all of a sudden I came out of nowhere, but no, I've been busting my ass for 15 years
Yeah.
doing this. So let me just tell you this: don't give up. Keep on going. Don't care about the followers. The moment you care about the followers, it becomes a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't care about that. Just as long as you keep doing it and stay consistent, bro, you'll be fine.
Yeah. That's a thing I thought of at first, but not when I started the podcast. When I started my YouTube, that's and doing my little art videos. That's
Yeah,
when I was like, oh man, I want all the followers and stuff.
yeah,
But then after a while, I seen the more I wanted followers, the less views and all that I was getting.
yeah,
So I was just like, man, I want to do something fun. I want to do something that can help Rockford or the
yeah.
people that live in Rockford.
Sure, sure,
Because like I bring people that draw and they want to express themselves. If they do it, they can
sure,
do it here. Like
sure.
because they could do an event, but that can only be a day.
Yeah,
If you do a video here, it can last longer and people
yeah,
will know who you are and
sure,
yeah.
sure. Yeah. Speaking of videos, bro, you got to come with me and we got to try some food one of these days on Manny's Mexican Minute.
Oh, I would love to, man. Hell yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. We good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
we gotta keep that round figure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that would be dope if you came along one of these days and you see. This is a lot more like more professional. I feel like I need a microphone now that I want.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Like the whole Manny's Mexican Minute video, bro. I do it on my phone. When
Oh,
restaurants
really?
call me and they're like, "Are you gonna come?" Like, yeah, and then I show up and they're like, "Do you have a camera?" And I'm like, "No, I do it on my phone." I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
He's got a good camera.
I mean, I have a
Yeah.
good camera. I make
Yeah.
sure that I have the best camera on a phone possible.
Yeah,
Shout out to Samsung. You should sponsor me.
yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
um, but no, restaurants are like, you do all your videos on a phone. Like,
Yeah.
what? How do you edit it on my phone?
Yeah.
So don't ever let equipment stop you.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got all this stuff is because of if I want to do something, I try to go all out or as much professional as much as I can.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure, I get it.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's good though. And like I said, I love your setup, bro.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
This
Yeah.
is dope. This is the kind of room I would have
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
had time to get to be artistic.
I always tell my guests like, if you didn't enjoy yourself, at least you got to see some cool stuff. You know.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. No, you definitely got some cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
My
Thank you.
eyes keep wandering, and I see all the stuff you're working on over there. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, man.
I, yeah, I want to see that at Tamale Fest soon.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah,
You should
dude.
have a
Yeah.
booth.
Yeah.
That way
Yeah.
you have to be there.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, that's the only time I'm really out is when I do events. Like I'm like, somebody comes to me like, "Oh, you want to be in this art event?" That's when I'm
Yeah, yeah.
there. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we have
Awkwardly, but I'm still there. Yeah.
we had two artistic vendors at Tamale Fest in the past, and it worked. I actually had a meeting with Vic Rivera one time. I was like, "Bro, you should come," and nothing ever came of it. But we're in year 5, and it's not everybody's vibe. People don't understand it or whatever. So I could understand, but as it grows, I think that I definitely this year was the best response we ever had
Mm.
because of the lowriders.
Yeah, yeah.
Because before that, I don't know if people thought Lucha Libre was too cheesy or whatever. I don't know what it was, man. But we've been trying to grow it, and it's not always a huge success like it was this year. But it's never not been successful. It just maybe it didn't grow that much, and maybe it grew only by 5% or by 10%. This year, I think we grew a lot, even though we had the same amount of people as, or no, not the same amount of people. I probably
You're not giving yourself enough credit.
no,
Is
no,
this true?
no. It's not that. It's that when it comes to ticket sales in 2019 compared to 2021, we only grew by like 20%. What did grow this year was I had enough time. I took the time off in 2020 to reevaluate a couple things, and we went harder with the marketing. We went harder with other stuff. We had more entertainment. We had the lowriders. I've been traveling, so I've been following Frank and Psycho Dreams and like the lowrider super shows. And we went to Torres Empire. We went to Phoenix Super Show. We went to Las Vegas Super Show. And all these lowrider guys, if you go to their stuff and you show support, they'll support you.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand that. I hate. You know what I hate is vultures. You
Yeah.
ever when when we were in MLMs, when we were in those multi-level marketing companies, we used to have vendor shows, bro. Me
Okay.
and my wife, we probably did about 30 vendor shows in one year, one time.
Also.
Like, do you know what a vendor show is?
Yeah, yeah,
Like where you just sell the booths to people and
yeah.
they just set up shop and they sell whatever chucheria they sell, right? We used to do those, bro. Like, that was around 2000, before we got married, 2006 to 2009,
Mm-hmm.
right
Okay.
around there. We used to do vendor shows all over Rockford.
Oh wow.
Rockford, Beloit, Belvedere, Freeport, Janesville, because we were V3 or we were Lioness or DeKalb. Oh my God. Or churches would reach out to us or organizations would reach out to us. Hey, Manny. So I've been doing events since I was like 16, bro.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And if it wasn't like parties, it was barn parties, it was raves, it was um, vendor shows at churches, like anything. I've always been a businessman, right?
Yeah.
Pero in vendor shows we have vultures. We call them vultures, and
Yeah.
now I know what that means because at that time I didn't think anything bad of it.
Yeah.
But a vulture is somebody that comes to your event just to get vendors for their events.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Like they would come and like, hey, can I have your card? And then they call them or email them like, hey, we're having an event next weekend, blah, blah, blah. But like they literally just show up and you see them walking around with like 20 business cards they collected and they just go around. And now I see that and I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
And now the vendor is because they know me, they trust me, and they fuck with me like that.
Yeah.
Hey Manny, this lady wants us to be at her little church event, and I'm like, what do you want? What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Well, should I go? I don't know. It's your business. I don't. I'm not here to hate. Like you need to evaluate.
Mm.
You're coming from Indiana or you're from Minneapolis. We had vendors at Tamale Fest this year from Minneapolis, Indiana, Chicago, Milwaukee, Quad Cities, Sterling, and obviously Rockford, Belvedere. But like they're traveling 6 hours to be here with us.
Yeah.
Do you really want to come to a little church thing that some lady is having with 100 people?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a good business move, you know? So I have to answer those hard questions. But at the same time, I'm like, man, vultures suck. Why don't you go find them the way I found them? Why don't you go to their event and visit them and support them over there? And you'll see that they'll visit you here.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we had that problem this year, um, but we had some artists here that one artist came and he piggybacked off of another vendor and he brought his stuff. But he's originally out of Las Vegas and now he's living in Chicago.
Okay.
And he's only here for 3 months out of the year. So we were blessed to have him. And back to what I was saying, like it'd be dope if you had your own little booth there, man. Like I want to grow the artistic side
Yeah. Yeah.
of Tamale Fest because I'm artistic. We get down, or I used to when I had time.
Yeah.
But it's needed. There's not a lot of Latino artists in Rockford.
Mm.
You probably know them all.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Some of them. Yeah. Yeah.
At the very least, you've heard of them,
Yeah.
right? But we have a lot of kids that are looking up to you, and you don't even realize it.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't even realize it.
Yeah. I mean, other kids, like other people's kids, no, but like my nieces and nephews, my little cousins, yeah, that I do
Yeah,
know. Yeah.
yeah. But you'd be surprised with social media, bro. There's kids in my youth group that know you.
Really?
Yeah, they'll follow you or they'll see your stuff or
Oh.
like when I commented on your spray can.
Yeah.
That I remember I commented that like
Yeah. Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was a kid that showed it to me. He's like,
Oh.
"Don't you have one of these in your bedroom? Is this the same guy?" And I'm like, "No. How do you remember that?" He's like, "I seen it in your room." And I was like, "Okay, when?"
Oh, it's not. Yeah.
And I was like, "When?" He's like, "When we were helping you move the furniture." I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "No, that's one of mine. I did one of those in high school.
Yeah.
Where's it at?" It was like this one.
Which one? Which one?
Or no, like it was like that one. Or like that one. Those spray cans. We had a teacher in Mrs. Gramley at Guilford for a little bit.
Okay.
And she was making us do those. And I thought that was the coolest thing because I was into graffiti and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So she's like, we just have to bring spray cans to class. I was like, I have a bunch. We used to go steal the Krylon, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did some of those in the past, man, and I haven't seen those since.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
haven't
mean,
seen those since.
yeah. I mean, I got the idea because I seen other artists draw on them.
Yeah,
Right. I used to draw them as monsters on paper.
yeah.
And then one day, man, I was just like high out of my mind, and I just opened them, and then I mean, yeah, as you can see, I just cut them, and then
Yeah,
little by little, I started grabbing clay to like actually mold them
that's
into,
dope.
yeah, mold them and give them teeth and stuff.
That's dope, man.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, man, thank you, man. Everybody seems
That's
to
dope.
love them, and that's what I want to bring to
That should
Screw
be a
City.
thing.
Yeah, yeah,
That's this next weekend, right?
yeah, yeah. This weekend, yeah,
Gotcha. Yeah, see? Yeah, I have to pick and choose where I'm going and what
yeah,
I'm. It's so hard, man. It's so hard. That's what happens when you're a traveler,
yeah.
you know. So I encourage you to travel, man. Get out there and see the world.
Yeah, yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, recently I did go to New York. That was pretty fun.
How'd you like it?
Different vibe. I didn't really
Very
like it.
different. I don't like it either.
Yeah, yeah. Too many people on top of each other. Yeah,
Smelly, it's dirty.
yeah,
The food is good.
yeah, yeah.
Very good food
Decent.
if you can find it.
Yeah, decent. Yeah.
But I'm not a fan.
I mean, the one thing I do gotta say I did like about New York, I didn't really get to adventure into it, but the graffiti scene.
Oh fuck yeah.
Dude, I passed. We were on the highway, and I looked to my right, and I just saw a wall full of like different tags. Man, that was the only part of the trip that highlighted
Yeah.
my day, bro. Because I love seeing shit like that, man. You know, like
Speaking of, bro, I keep seeing that white wall behind you, and it just makes me want to tag it, bro.
yeah, yeah.
You should make that a thing. Everybody should sign that or something.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me, man. Because I always forget to tell my guests before you leave. Definitely sign my wall. Because I got this one. This one's gonna be my sign. I have another one where I have my guest sign.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, yeah.
Tag my name up there.
Yeah, yeah. This one was gonna be my sign. I want somebody to come and just outline some cool letters because my letters aren't really there.
Okay.
But my drawing, my pictures, those are a little bit better. So I was gonna do that on there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, keep on keeping on. You never know what it could lead to. That's like I told you off camera. I pull from my artistic side for all the logos we do, for all the graphic design we do, and it's you. A lot of people watching may not think that, but I don't have time to do my own, bro. But when I put work out there, it's pretty nice. Um, we have some of my logos are driving around town. Sabores, Wepa, uh, Leslie's Ice Cream Shop. On East State Street, we have. I'm drawing a blank right now. Twisted Crypt,
Oh yeah, Twisted
Gil's
Clothes,
Diner,
Hope and
Hope
Anchor.
and Anchor, Hope
Oh,
and Anchor's new logo, yeah.
Yeah, they
Um,
redid their.
but I'm talking about like graffiti inspired. Nah, I don't think that many in Rockford. But the sneaker dome in Phoenix.
He did a lot of lawn landscape.
Oh, landscaper,
oh,
yeah, that's a corporate stuff.
oh, okay.
But
Barber.
the graffiti stuff. Oh, the barbershop, yeah. No, but I my mom, unfortunately, my mom never encouraged it.
Yeah,
She's like, just dibujos. ¿Qué estás haciendo? Estás haciendo, güey.
yeah,
Never knowing that one day I was going to be paying my bills,
yeah,
and that goes back to that Mexican uneducated mentality, like she was uneducated to know that it could lead to something if it was just harnessed the right way,
yeah,
and I have talks with parents now, and it's like you should encourage them instead of putting them down, and you
mm,
should, so all you parents watching, you never know what can come out of kids playing video games now, bro.
yeah, making tons of money.
Tons of money by getting by what is it, Twitch or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Twitch or something.
It,
I don't
it's
know.
it, it's nuts, bro. Like,
Yeah.
um,
You know what's really nuts to me? I mean, don't get me wrong. I can see why people record themselves or stream themselves playing games.
streaming.
The thing I don't get is kids playing with toys so other kids can watch them play toys.
You
That's
never
weird.
Yeah,
know.
that's weird.
You
Yeah.
never know, bro.
For example, like my niece, when she was a little bit littler, she would watch this one famous kid play with toys
Yeah, like
that she
the
had
Asian,
already. She had the toys
the
already.
Asian kid, the
I
little
think
Asian
so.
kid.
I think so.
He made like $4 million in
Yeah.
one
Okay.
year.
Yeah. That guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just goes to show you just never know.
Yeah.
Like or ASMR,
Oh yeah, that
all that
one.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I managed this model that she started doing that stuff, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
She's like, "I'm talking softly into a microphone."
Yeah.
I was like, "And they're fucking paying you for that?" Like what? Like
Yeah,
what?
yeah, that one was a strange one, but that one's kind of satisfying. Some of them.
I don't get into it.
The,
Whatever.
the crushing the soaps, shaving the soaps. That's weird, but
I guess, man. I mean,
yeah,
people watch me eat, so hey, God
yeah,
bless y'all. Like
yeah. People
I'll
watch
keep
me.
on eating if you just keep on watching.
Yeah, no, people watch me, man. Even though I'm not a great talker, so
Yeah.
something always leads to something, man.
No, but you got good vibes, bro.
Oh, thank
God
you,
bless you
man.
on your vibes. God bless you on your vibes.
Oh man, thank you. That made me so much at ease because the whole time I felt like I was tensed.
Well, you are tense as shit.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
I can
okay,
feel that tense, but like you have good energy.
okay. Thank you.
You just need to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
And who am I to talk, bro? My my feet won't stop shaking over here. Like, um, I just learned to deal with it different,
Yeah.
and that's why I know some people think I'm like a straight asshole, but it's not that. I'm like, I have a saying, I'm the nicest asshole you ever meet,
Hmm.
and it's true, right, babe? No, it's just that my anxiety and my walls and my the way that I deal with stuff is very different the way you deal with it.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to like say stupid shit or just like I said, I have a lot of those fucking moments. Like, hey, I'm just gonna say it, whatever, and I'm very blunt.
Hmm.
And it's only because I have really bad anxiety, or not only. It's like my coping mechanism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes it helps me a ton, but sometimes I've learned that it's really hurt me too.
Push people away.
It's pushed people away, or like I have to really tone it down with people when I first meet them.
Okay.
because otherwise, especially professional people, they're like, yo. But other people, shout out to Red Cat Racing really quick. Okay. I'm going to tell this really quick story. We're at the Lowrider Super Show in Las Vegas, or no, in Phoenix, right? We're in Phoenix, and we see this dude playing with a little lowrider RC car. Have you seen them?
Yeah.
The little RC cars. So Red Cat Racing came out with these guys, and I seen it, and I was like, "Dang, that's dope!" And I was like, "Man!" And there was a little kid, and I was like, "Not a little kid, a younger kid. I'm 40, right? So anybody under 30 is a little kid, like you're a little kid to me."
Yeah.
So this little kid was playing with this RC car, and he's driving around. And I'm like, "Man, that's dope. Where's those?" He's like, "Oh yeah, here's a card. Here's where you can go and get it." And I was like, "Man." I was like, "Would you guys ever sponsor anybody with one of these?" Or like, he's like, "Why?" I was like, "I'm just trying to see if you guys will sponsor our event. Maybe, give us one or something."
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't know, bro. They wouldn't even sponsor Las Vegas or the Lowrider Super Show."
Oh, really?
That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, but that's probably because the Las Vegas Super Show didn't ask him." Se me salió, bro. Like I was like he was kind of being a dick, so I was like, not that he was being a dick, but he was just, I don't know, standoffish.
Okay.
He's like, they didn't even sponsor the Super Show, and I was like, yeah, but the Super Show probably didn't even ask him. And he looked at me weird. He's like, "So you're gonna ask him?" And I was like, "I don't know. If you give me a number, I'll call." And he's like, "I like that."
Yeah.
Like I thought he would have been like, "Nah, I don't know the number" or something. He could have just been like, "I don't have any cards anymore."
Okay. Yeah.
But he gave me the card, bro, the business card. And I called him the next day. We were still in Phoenix. I called him the next day. This is in when was this, in 2021? No, this was this year, right? In February. This is when we went to in Phoenix. Yeah. Fuck. Time flies.
Yeah.
So this was this year, and I called him the next day. We're still in Phoenix. I'm at the hotel. "Hey guys, I seen you guys were at the Laura Super Show, blah blah." Like, "Oh well, you'd have to talk to this guy at this number, or you can send him an email." I was like, "So can I have the email?" And he's like, "Yeah." He gave me the email, so I sent off the email, and the guy responded.
Okay.
He's like, "We'd love to."
Mm.
And but it started off like really really bad, like
Oh,
this
okay.
guy, the guy at the show was being standoffish and kind of a dick or kind of rude, pero just by being rude right back, he was like, "That's what's up, bro." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey."
Yeah.
And long story short, they sponsored us.
Mm.
So that the shout out to Brian K. Brian K. won it. We gave it away at Tamale Fest, pero they sent it to us for free.
Yeah.
So we raised a little over $1,200 with that lowrider car, and now they're gonna keep sponsoring us, and it's gonna keep growing. It's gonna keep going good. So shout out to Red Cat Racing. And the reason I was saying this is because you just never know, bro. Like, um, just give it a shot.
Yeah.
I was so tense when I was doing that, but I was like, fuck it, just go for it.
Yeah.
I think that's what I learned when I got shot. Is life's too short.
Mm.
Life's too short to be second guessing or worrying. Or I have this thing about me where I'm like, the world could end tomorrow,
Okay.
so I got to shoot my shot today.
Mm.
You know, and before I got shot, I was exactly like you. I was always just worried about what everybody would think or what this or what that. And now I'm like, you don't like me? That's cool. I don't know why. I have no enemies in this world. I got two enemies in this world,
Yeah.
and they're not in Rockford.
Oh, okay.
But I have no enemies in the world. And if you fuck with me, I fuck with you. And if you don't fuck with me, that's okay. And on to the next one. That's why Angel called.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never know. So yeah, you need to relax a little bit, bro.
Yeah. 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 Thank you, man.
Screw it. Screw
Yeah.
it. If they fuck with you, they fuck with you. If they don't, it's all good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right, man. Yeah, I am definitely working on it, man. But you can't really
It's not
expect the.
overnight.
Yeah, yeah,
It's not overnight. It
yeah.
takes some time, or you're gonna have to like something's gonna happen.
Mm.
To where you're gonna be like, oh, fuck it, yeah, he's right, or whoever's right, or hopefully it's not a gunshot to the head.
Yeah. Yeah. But man, I really appreciate you, man. We did about an hour and 30 minutes now.
Yeah, let's cut it short, man. I've
Yeah,
been talking forever.
but I absolutely loved every minute, man. For real.
Same.
I learned new things and things I didn't really expect coming from you, man. So
It's very crazy, right? Everybody
yeah,
thinks I'm just this guy that eats for money on
yeah.
Facebook, or I'm just a tamale guy. By the way, Tamale Fest.
Oh yeah, yeah, guys, definitely
Good.
go check them out.
Oh, here's our sponsors right there. Bam,
Ooh.
bam. Let
Yeah,
me
don't
read
worry.
them out.
Don't worry. I'm definitely gonna wear that on my next podcast.
Yeah, bro, that would be
This Sunday.
dope.
This
Some
Sunday.
of them didn't make it on there.
No, who?
Well, the last minute ones.
Oh yeah, but the really
The
good,
big sponsors are on there.
the big
Okay.
sponsors are here, man. Midwest Law Works, Miracle Mile, All
Shout
Auto
out to
Parts.
Paula.
Shout out to Paula, yeah, for sure.
Are those some of the ones you did? The
Uh,
logos?
yeah, actually, Fiesta Market's on here. Quality Automotive is on here. Hechizos is not on here. General Pro is on here.
Dope, dope.
Um, yeah, A Miracle Mile, I did that one too. So yeah, but yeah, 90% of these are Latinos, man, and they're all in Rockford. So shout out to them. Jam's Disposal is in Rockford. Jam's Disposal. That girl is young. Abby and her husband.
Mhm.
Man, super dope family. They're doing good things. General Pro too. He just started his landscaping company about I think 2 years ago.
Mhm.
If
Dope.
you ever need landscaping, he's the guy to call. Eddie at All Auto Parts. Did you know that it's right literally a block away
Yeah,
from
yeah,
me?
yeah. Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
know it was like
Latino owned.
yeah, yeah, I didn't know
So
that.
that's a pretty big deal because and I know we got to get going, pero there's tons of junkyards all over the place,
Mhm.
and there's tons of like auto parts places all over the place. But how many are Latino?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
in the
exactly.
whole state of Illinois. I think it's less than three.
Oh, wow.
And one of them is right here. And the guy's awesome, bro. You and him have a lot in common because I think it was just some Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's like a Star Wars and Star Trek kind of guy.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
no, yeah.
he's down the street, man. You should holler at him. Maybe get him on here.
Yeah, I would love to, man. Eh?
Eddie, come on
Yeah,
over here.
yeah, man.
Come see my man. Get on the podcast.
Yeah, because that's the one thing, man. I definitely don't want to bother or take anybody's time away from stuff. That's why I told
No,
you.
you do gotta bother him, man. You gotta bother him, bro. Bother these fuckers. Hey, if you're watching, you need to contact this man because he doesn't want to bother you. So I'm gonna bother you for him. Contact my man so you can get on his podcast, and hopefully he has some people that you would never expect. Hopefully you get like the mayor in here, bro, because of this. I don't know. You never know.
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, whoever has a story that they want to talk about, like I said,
Yeah.
this is a place where people can tell their story, man, so that way it
Good.
can stay on or live on.
Good.
Yeah,
Good. No, do it, bro. Do it. And if anybody else wants us on a podcast or wants me or him or whoever, just get at us.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, but before you leave, man, usually I
Uh-oh.
always try to do this for all my guests.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I drew you a little something, man.
Oh, snap.
I definitely love that
Oh,
phrase.
snap.
I don't know if you want to say it, cause
Love, peace, and taco grease,
yeah,
baby. That's what's up.
yeah, dude.
Until next time, people. Love, peace, and taco grease.
Yeah, but I definitely love that saying every time you said it in your videos,
Thanks,
bro.
bro. Thanks,
Yeah.
bro. This is dope. When did you do this?
This morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
That's what's up. I should have brought him a t-shirt. I have t-shirts. Love, peace, and taco grease. TamaleFest815.com. No, thanks, bro. I appreciate this, man. And I can't wait to, is it still wet? I think it's still wet.
is it? No, no, man. It should be dry. It should be pretty
Okay.
dry. I just didn't clear coat it.
This is dope, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man.
This is dope. Thank you, man.
Yeah, yeah. For coming on, I definitely had to give you with something.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and some stickers. Sorry about that.
Oh, snap.
They're not the highest quality.
Oh, snap.
They're like personal. But yeah, man.
That's what's, oh, man. Dude, I feel bad now. I should have brought you some of mine.
No, dude.
If you got stickers, I'll leave you some.
Dude,
That's dope.
you're totally fine, man. For coming on, bro, I couldn't ask for more, to tell you the truth.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm gonna leave my tag here before you know it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's right over there. But
I'm gonna leave it on
definitely,
the wall where he's not looking.
definitely let us know one more time, bro. Where can we reach you at? Where's your social medias? And anything else you want to add before we go?
So you can find me kind of all over the place. You can find me at Masa on Facebook. Masa stands for Mexico Americano Saliendo Adelante. That's our 501c3 nonprofit. You can find me at Majestic Media on social media. You can find me at Manny's Mexican Minute. You can find the groups El Tianguis de Rockford, Tianguis de Belvedere, Tianguis de Cal. Those are all separate groups for all Latinos watching. You can, if you're a foodie, man, look for the Rockford and State Line Foodie Group. 8,000 people strong, and we're constantly promoting locally owned businesses, only locally owned businesses to eat. You can follow the festival. It's Chowdown, Calaca Fest, Tamale Fest of Rockford. Um, it's if you don't find me, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Hashtag Tamale Fest 815 or hashtag Manny's Mexican Minute. It'll come up on any social media platform. So look for us there. And again, bro, I appreciate you having me.
Thank you for
Thank you,
coming on,
thank you,
man.
thank you. And until next time, people, love, peace, and taco grease.
Thank you, man. And stay tuned and stay safe, guys. Appreciate you, man.